we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking on the assignment in Lesson 6, Autobiography Navigation Bar. So the assignment is to put navigation buttons properly linked to every web page. In other words, you should be able to reach all 6 of your web pages from all 6 of your web pages. So what we need to do is first we need to make those buttons, and then we need to post them on the page in the proper cell where they belong. So this is not as hard as it seems. Actually, once you put the first one in, you'll see how easy it is to do the rest. So what exactly is a navigation bar? It's a set of buttons or links on every page of your web page. And you've seen this in different web pages before. A good example here is the K-12 nav bar right here on the left. It takes you to every page in the class, some way or shape or form, right? This is what you're seeking to do with your web page as well. So in this exercise, as well as we did in the Unit 3, we're going to cooltext.com and we're going to make a button for our pages. So here we are at the website cooltext.com, and I'm going to select the type of headings I would like. So I just come on down. And I find something that appeals to me. I'm going to try spring. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the text here. I'm going to change it to read home for my home page. All right, I don't want it 70, I want it more like 50, so I can put in 50 here. Then I'm going to come down here. I don't want a ping with transparency, I want a GIF, and I want it to be with transparency without any dither. So I select that. I come back up at the top and I right click this and I click Save Image As. So now I'm going to navigate to my portfolio. It's on my desktop. Inside the Web Design folder. Inside my portfolio. Inside Unit 6. Inside Images. And I'm going to save this one as Home. Or you could save it as Index. So now I'm going to make one for my infant page. So next I'm going to write in here infant. I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to save image as. And I'm going to put in here infant. You see it still is going to the proper place here. But it should because I've already put the home in there. Click save. So the next one was preschool, correct? So put in preschool. So you right click preschool, save image as, and I'll call it preschool. Click save. Next one was elementary, correct? So I click here, and I call this one elementary school. I right click this, save image as, and I can call this elementary. So the next one was middle school. So come in here, call this middle school. Right click, save image as, middle. So that was 5. And what's the last one called? The last one was called current, or you might have called it high school. Some of you guys call it high school, so I'm going to call mine current. Once again, I right-click, save image as, and I call this one current, or high school if you prefer. Okay, so now I've got my images saved. So the next thing it asked me to do is to insert my navigation button. Select the cell where infant button will be located, and then go get it, enter the alt text, and click OK. So you want to do for all the navigation buttons on your index page. We can do that. So I go to my portfolio. I go into my Unit 6 folder, my index file. Okay, now you're barely able to see sometimes these little cells that you're supposed to put your text in because they automatically move to make room for it. So that's where I'm going to stick my home button. So I'm going to stick it right in here. So I'm going to click in here. I can get yep, there it is. See that blinking cursor in that little tiny cell that's so hard to see? It's going to move here and make room for it as soon as I put it in there. So I can click Insert, Image. So now I'm going to navigate to my Images folder. So here I'm in Portfolio Unit 6, and here's my Images folder. And I'm going to put in here Home GIF. So I click Open. So what's my alternative text here? So I'm going to put Home, and I'm going to click OK. So there we go. There's my home page. It's going to be there. So what's my second one? Infancy, right? That's right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Insert, Image. It'll go look for it now. So I'm going to go to Infant, Open. And my alternative text, once again, is going to be infant, or baby if you'd rather. Click OK. So coming on down, and this one, I'm going to put preschool. I'm going to go Insert, Image. I'm going to look for preschool. Click Open. And alternative text is just going to be preschool. That makes a little pop-up that comes up and says preschool. So someone who might be visually impaired could see it. Okay. So what goes in here? Elementary school, correct? Okay, we can do that. We'll go Insert, Image. We go look for it again. And here's elementary school. You can probably size that down, or maybe just say elementary. You come down here, and this particular one, I want what? Middle school, right? So I go Insert, Image, go look for it. Alternative text is middle school. And this one's going to be current. So go Insert, Image, Image location, go get current. Click Open. Alternative text is going to be current. Okay, let me see what this is going to look like. I'm going to maximize this. And actually my titles take up half my page. I don't like the look of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the word school out of elementary and middle. So I'm back here at cooltext.com and I'm going to type in here middle. Right click Save Image As. So I'm going to replace middle school with that. Click Save. Go replace it. I'm going to write in here elementary. Very easy fixes these. Save Image As. We replace elementary school with elementary. All I have to do is close this, save it, and close it, and open it up again, and it should make the automatic changes. So I'm going to click Save. And I'm going to close this, and now I'm going to open it again. So there you go. This looks a little better, I think. Okay, so now I've got these. They're not attached to anything yet. So now that we've got all our buttons on our page, what we're going to do is we're going to link them. So I'm going to click Insert, then I'm going to click Link, and then I'm going to click the file folder icon next to the target box and navigate to where I need to be. And so we're going to make the URL relative to a page location, and I'm going to repeat this for all the buttons on my index page. So now I'm in my web page. I click on Home. I click Insert, Link. So that's the home page. So I'm going to click this, and that's what? That's called index.html. So I'm going to click Open. And I want to make this relative to the page location. Just click OK. Now I'm going to click Insert, Link. Same thing with this one. This is going to go, this is infant. It's going to link to what? The infant page, right? Because this will, if I want to click on this, I want it to go to the infant page. I click Open. I want to make this URL relative to the page location so that anybody who's there can just click on it. Okay, just click OK. I come down to preschool, so I go Insert, Link. Click here, go to my preschool page, Open, make the link relative to page location, click OK. So here's elementary. I click Insert, click Link. I go get my elementary school web page. I click Open. I make it relative to the page location. And I click OK. I do the same thing with middle. Click Middle, Insert, Link, Middle, Open, relative to page location. OK. Same thing with current. Click Insert, Link, click select a file, go to current, or if this is high school for you, put high school. Click it to your current.html, click Open. Make this a relative link. Click OK. So now we go back to our instructions. We're supposed to make sure that they're on all the pages. So let me show you how you do for all the pages here. You don't have to do this the same every time. I'll show you how easy this is. First thing I do is I save my index page. Now I'm going to open up my other pages. I'm going to click this. I'm going to go choose File. Now I want to go to Current. Click Open. I'm going to go open up another page. I'm going to choose File. I want to do Elementary. Click Open. I want to open up Middle School. I want to open up Infant. And I want to open up Preschool. So I'm going to navigate back to my home page, which I call My Portfolio. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the home page, right click, click Copy. Go to my current file. It's the top button, right? I right click, I click Paste or Control V. Next I go to my elementary school. I click in that space, right click, click Paste. Then I go to my middle school page. I right click, I click Paste. Go to my infant page, right click and paste. Go to my preschool page. Here's that thing again to make sure that's in there. Right click and paste. Go back to my portfolio page. Right click infant, copy. Go to current file, second column, paste. My elementary, second link, paste. Go to my middle school, second link, paste. Go to my infant file, second link, paste. Go to my preschool file, second page, one, paste. Back to my portfolio again. Click preschool, copy. I paste it in current file. Paste it in elementary. Paste it in middle school. Paste it in infant. Paste it in preschool. Go back to my portfolio. I grab elementary, right click paste, copy rather. Click in current file, come on down. Paste it. Elementary, come on down, paste. Down to middle school, right click paste. Down to infant, right click paste. Down to preschool, right click paste. What's the next one? Middle. Click copy that. I turn to current file, copy it in there. To elementary, right click copy, paste rather. Middle school, come on down, right click paste. Infant file, right click paste. And preschool, come on down, right click paste. Now I go to current page, right click, copy, paste it into, paste it into my current file. Right click it here, paste it here. Paste it here. Paste it here. Paste it here. So now I've got them where I want them. I'm going to check to see if they work. I'm going to go into my portfolio. Okay, I'm going to open up one. I'm just going to open up Index. Double click it. So here's my first page. I click on infant. Does it go there? Yes. Check on preschool. Does it go there? Yes. Let me check in elementary. Does it go there? Yes. Let me check on middle. Does it go there? Yes. Oh, there's something wrong with my middle school page. Must not have saved it. So I go back and I click current. Current works, and I go home. Homework. So I have to fix middle school. Let's see what's with middle school. Oh, I see what I didn't do. I didn't click the save button. So I'm going to save my middle school button. Now I'll open middle school. Okay, I'm back in here. And I'm going to click the refresh button. I'm going to go down to middle. Yep, there it is. That link is kind of really huge, but I'm not concerned about that. It's just a formatting issue. Okay, I'm all set. Ready to turn this in. So what do I do next? I zip it, right? I come back here to my Unit 6, go by Portfolio, right-click Unit 6, click Extend to, compress zip folder. So this is what I turn into Miss Hadley for assignment 6.17, Autobiography Navigation Bar. Okay? That's it.